Hello and welcome to this course. In this course, we're going to learn how you can use your Android device in penetration testing. So whether it's a phone or a tablet, preferably a Nexus device, we're going to see how you can use that device in order to test the security of networks and computer systems. The really cool thing about doing penetration testing using your Android device is because you look much less suspicious doing it from a phone or from a tablet than doing it from a laptop. For example, if you're walking into a company, if you're doing penetration testing on a certain company or organization, when you walk into the organization doing your attacks from a laptop, you're going to look suspicious. Whereas when you do it with a phone or with an Android or with a tablet, then it's much more stealth to do it that way. Also, there's a number of attacks that you can do your Android device that you can never do with a laptop, which are basically social engineering attacks, but they will allow you to do a lot of really powerful attacks. So basically, you'll be just plugging in your Android phone into any computer saying that you want to charge it or whatever, and then you'll be able to basically do anything you want with that computer. Now, I'm going to get into that into a minute. I just want to show you first the structure of the course. So the course is going to be divided into four main sections. The first section is the weaponizing section. So in this section, we're just going to talk about how to install NetHunter, which is an Android ROM that contains all the programs and tools that you need in order to perform penetration testing from your device. Then we're gonna see how to root it first, unlock it, and install NetHunter. I'm gonna talk about all these concepts when I do that, so don't be scared about it. Then after we do that, we're gonna install all the programs that you need in order to do your attacks. And once we have our device ready for penetration testing, we're gonna go into the information gathering. So in this section, we're gonna talk about gathering information using your Android device. First of all, we're gonna see how you can discover all the networks around you and gather information about these networks, what encryption they use, if they're open, what channel they're working on, all these kind of cool stuff. We're also gonna show you how you can plug an external card to your Android device and how it's possible to break all kinds of encryption, so WEP, WPA, and WPA2. I'm not going to talk about the break-in process because I have a course about that, but I'm going to show you how to set up your Android device so you can use it in break-in Wi-Fi networks. Because the break-in is exactly the same whether you do it from Android or if you do it from a computer. Therefore, I thought if I explain it here, I'd be just repeating myself. So I have another course doing that, and if you want it, I can give you a really good discount on that if you register with this course. But I'm going to show you how you can set up your Android to be able to crack all kind of encryption, so WEP, WPA, and WPA2, but I will not explain how to break these encryptions. After we do that, we're gonna see how you can discover all the computers that exist in your current network. So when you're connected to a network, we're gonna see how you can discover all these computers that are connected to that one network, gather information about these computers, so you're gonna be able to get their IP address, MAC address, operating system, open ports, running programs, all that stuff. And I'm going to show you how that information is very useful if you're trying to break into these systems. After that, we're going to go into the two more interesting sections. So the first section is the spying section. In this section, we're going to talk about all the methods that allow you to spy on the devices that are within your network or on computer devices. It doesn't have to be in your network. So we're going to see how you can become the man in the middle in three main ways. And we're going to explain what man in the middle is. Basically, with this section, you're going to learn how to gather all the passwords that exist within your network. So if any computer within your network tries to log in to any account, so Facebook, Yahoo, Google, anything, when they log into that, you'll see how you'll be able to steal their username and password. We'll see how you can do DNS spoofing, so redirecting any request to any website to another website. We'll see how you can sniff data, so sniff all the information that's going around you, how to modify that information, how to replace download. So for example, if a person tries to download file, how you can make them download a different file without them even knowing, how to capture the download. So if a person downloads something, you'll be able to capture it, how to see the websites that these people are visiting that are within your network. Basically, you'll be able to spy on anything that any person does within your network. You'll be able to see it, read it, and modify it if you want. Then another spying method that we're going to talk about is the bad USB man-in-the-middle attack, which basically you're going to be able to store all the data. So the target device doesn't have to be in your network. All you're going to do is you just connect your phone to a computer. Once you do that, anything that computer does on the internet will be stored on your phone. So again, you'll be able to read all the passwords, all the usernames, modify them, do DNS spoofing, capture downloads, do all that cool stuff again, only by connecting your Android device to a computer. So this computer doesn't have to be in your network. All you have to do is just connect your Android device using USB. So maybe just you can say, oh, you want to charge my phone or charge my laptop or whatever. And once you connect it, all the traffic will be redirected through your phone. We're gonna talk about how that works technically, and we're gonna explain all these concepts later, so don't be scared about them. We'll also see how you can use your Android device to broadcast a network, so to create an evil Wi-Fi network, and then do all these kind of cool stuff again, read usernames, passwords or modify data of all the people that connect to that network. And once we're done with spying, we're going to go into the exploitation section, in which we're going to see how you can gain full access to computer devices. So whether it's Mac OS, Linux, or Windows, we're going to see how we can do very powerful attacks and gain full access to these computers. So we're going to see, again, only by connecting your Android device using USB to any computer, to any operating system, you're going to be able to gain full access to the operating system, basically hack the whole device, and you'll be able to do anything the user can do. We'll see how you can create a backdoor that is not detectable by any antivirus. That's just going to be a bonus, because you're going to need to use it, and there's no harm in learning that. We're going to see how you can backdoor a file as it's being downloaded. So, for example, let's say there's a person in your network, and they download 7-zip, or they download iTunes, for example. As they download that, we're going to replace iTunes with another file, which is the undetectable backdoor. So once they run it, you're going to get full access to that computer. Not only that, we're going to go one step further, and we're actually going to backdoor the actual exe. So when they download iTunes, it's going to have the iTunes icon. They're actually going to be able to install iTunes, but at the same time, they're going to install a backdoor. So that's everything that we're going to talk about. It's 4 main sections. I know there's a lot of concepts, and I've been talking about a lot of things that probably just confused you right now, but I'm going to talk about everything in detail. I'm going to talk about how the attack works first, and then I'm going to talk about how to do this attack. All the attacks are going to be done on actual real devices in my lab. So there are my own devices, and the attacks are practical. They're not just theories or proof of concepts. And the reason I'm doing this course is only for education purposes only. I work as a penetration tester, and you need to know how to exploit systems in order to be able to secure them. So that's it for the introduction. I hope you're excited for the course. And if you have any questions, please post them in the discussion, and I'll reply to them within 24 hours.